if you're a business and you want to be heard, video's the best way to do that.
It's Anthony Baxter here, and we're watching episode 4 of The Smarter Hustle, where we get into video inception and get the videographer who's usually behind the lens, get him in front of the lens and interview him and ask him some tricky, awesome questions so we can teach you how to create amazing video for your business and personal brand. Xander's here to talk video content, and that video content space is growing rapidly at the moment, right? People are starting to actually recognize that it's so important to not only build quality content, quality video content for their business, but also for their personal brand. And Xander's got a real knack for videography, for storytelling, cinematic, and actually giving people the fundamental tools and strategies to deploy video content on scale with authenticity and quality. And that's why we've been doing a lot of work together. True fact, Xander's actually the voice behind the questions. So let's just play a question that you're going to read out with a question we've got through on video from Tommy.
Tommy from Instagram asks, how long do you recommend video content to be? How much is too little and how much is too much?
It depends on the message. You know, if you've got something really important to say, keep it short, get straight to the point, don't set it up for too much. You know, and it also depends on the channel. If you want to put something out.
Thank you. I'm so glad you said that. I mean, I think this question is pretty broad. Sorry, Tommy. I love you, mate. Thanks for asking the question. But it's very broad, right? Like, what channel are you trying to engage on? I mean, surely an Instagram video is going to be a lot shorter than, say, a hero piece of content that you upload on YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. And like, you need to, Tommy, you need to think about where is your audience? Where are the people who you want to receive this message?
100%.
Like a hero piece of content, I think, can be a little longer, but it does depend on the channel. Like, if you're going to go to Instagram, like what, in your experience, what is people's like disengagement time on Instagram?
It's the variable to that is the quality of the content. I really think, of course, with Instagram, short, punchy, to the point, but also thinking about the channel itself, it's a social channel, right? So and too often I see businesses try and sell through video rather than tell a story and deliver value. I mean, what are your 2 cents on that? I mean, you must see that a lot as well.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've got a lot of briefs like, hey, Xander, I'm really keen to sell this product. So I want you to talk about the features. Like, it's only $2 and it's like really good. And we've got the best customer service in the world. And I'm sure you've seen that before. Like, how do you navigate that through into a story?
Well, I think that's a really good example of businesses being stuck in the past when it comes to video, like stuck in the traditional mindset of like TV
100%.
advertising. I think video is best suited, and we've found this out, in the last 10 years, best suited for building brand and playing long game. If you want to sell something, people have got such a keen sense, I think, of when they're being sold to, and they tune out. They're like, ugh, I'm not falling for this. We've been asked to make videos to sell a product before, and we do that by not selling a product.
Love it.
Which is quite aggressive.
Agree.
But the way what I'm talking about is using narrative to build brand, and then the brand does the selling. Rather than this one video is going to get us all these leads. It might do that. Sometimes you can make a technical video that is marketed directly to people that's trying to sell a particular product. But more effectively, and I'm sure you've seen this with everything you guys do, and it's not just video, but if you can establish brand and get a message going through brand, the brand will do all the work for you.
So what are your thoughts on this? And here's another situation that I've seen a lot, being in the marketing seat. Company spends $10, $20, $50, $100,000 on this hero piece of video content, which, of course, like, I'm not saying is a bad idea. Like, there is a spot for that hero piece of content, and I want to get to this in a second. However, the distribution plan behind that is missing. And like, they've loaded it on their YouTube, it's on their website, they've had a total of about 800 views. but they've invested heavily in the video. What is your 2 cents on that? Like, how can people think about that side of things when creating video?
Yeah, that thing you're talking about there is a clear example of someone who doesn't know why they're making a video. You can make a video that's incredibly targeted. Like, you could, if you want to make a video that like just about one specific person is going to see, you can do it. In this day and age, you know, like people, when they sign up to social media, they supply a lot of information about what kind of person they are. And the algorithm's got, you know, its watchful eye on like what kind of people are out there. And if you've got a message, you can design it for a particular viewer. Whereas TV was different because it was, you know, it was almost like there was only one place the video could go. And so you had to broad stroke it every time.
100%. Exactly. Yeah. I truly believe like video content like this that's authentic and adds a lot of value is the future. And I know you truly believe that. I mean, you've helped guide me into that direction and help perfect some of my crazy ideas, and that's been great. What are some strategies for some businesses that are looking to create video but don't have tens of thousands of dollars to do so? Like how can they get started? What are some ideas there, do you think?
Well, I think you just explained it perfectly. Like, we're doing this with $0. You know, it's a no budget production, basically. That's the place to start. You know, if you want to, that's this whole concept around, you know, document, don't create. And that's a really low barrier to entry way to start creating videos. Like, we're essentially setting up 2 cameras and having a conversation about the importance of video and marketing. It's not like we wrote out a huge plan, came up with a script. Like, we didn't bother with any of that stuff. It's just us having a chat. And you can turn that into content. People want to see it. There's things we know that other people don't know. And vice versa. Like, everybody should be sharing whatever value they have. And I think
so. More journaling, I guess, things that are actually happening every single day, right? Like, you know, customers are asking people questions every single day in their business. And those questions that they ask, I think, is where a lot of people should start, because there's value in answering those questions. I mean, this is a Q&A show. People ask these questions all the time, but there's so many people out there that want to know those the answers to those questions as well. So what are like some real key takeaways for let's say it's a founder of a business wanting to get out in video? How can they do that?
Think about why they want to get out in video. Like, what is the point? You know, is it to build their personal reputation and be seen as a thought leader in the space, and then therefore eventually reflect, you know, well on their brand and eventually get more business? Or is it a creative agency that wants to show off how creative they are by like treating themselves as their biggest client?
I love that, by the way.
What's the point? What's the point in it? And I think the thing you just said there was a great example. It's like, let's take our FAQ that we're already getting, which is already a source of value, and convert it into like a video series that people can watch, you know, and it establishes like that particular example is great because it shows off, you know, we as a business care about what our customers say. We listen and we respond. You know, it creates this really, really nice reputation around the brand.
I love it. Who else do you look up to at the moment that's doing a bloody good job in the video content space?
Well, there's a few obvious ones. You know, there's Tom Bilyeu with Impact Theory. There's Gary Vaynerchuk. You know, he's kind of one of the pioneers.
I was just waiting for that. I thought that would be coming.
Well, Gary Vaynerchuk, he's someone who has really proven the document, don't create concept that a lot of YouTubers have known for a long time, but finally, like, he's shown you what a business can do with that same concept. You know, authenticity builds credibility, credibility builds brand. You know, that concept. So he's probably getting a lot of clients.
Upside down pyramid structure where you focus on the macro and then you can extract ideas and create blogs, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook content, all from one piece. And as a CEO myself, like, time is money, and time is the most valuable asset in the world, full stop. So if we can maximize our video content distribution from a core piece, like, I love that. Yeah,
that reminds me of what we were just talking about before. We've come full circle. If you're not making content with distribution in mind, you know, you have to put a lot more work in to stretch it. You know, for example, let's say you started documenting and making a 10-minute daily vlog on YouTube. from inside your business, an internal vlog.
Yep.
If you just dumped the audio onto iTunes as a podcast, people would hate that. They would be like, ugh, this is so cheap. What you would have to do is either film the vlog with the podcast in mind, or
agreed,
or go into the vlog audio and like really, really work with it to make it into something that, because it would be like putting a TV show on the radio.
Yeah, it just doesn't work, right? Let's talk about businesses that you look up to. So some businesses that are absolutely crushing it. Who have you got in mind that's doing a good job in the video space?
Companies like some outdoor companies like REI, who's an outdoor brand. They really understand narrative when it comes to building brand.
Yeah.
Rather than just like, let's say their core mission may be to sell products in their stores. And so instead of showing you basically a slideshow of their products that are available and prices and text and spec sheets, they're really good at understanding that you need to put a human in there and you need to tell that human story. So they'll make it basically a short film. Like a brand will make a short film about some guy who climbed Everest, and you'll see these particular like climbing sticks that he used. I don't know what word to use.
I haven't done any mountaineering.
And it will reflect, and at the end you just go, boom, REI logo, and it will just reflect well on the brand, rather than like, companies like that, I think really understand it. And actually one of my favorite things about video in this space is that the takeaway for the viewer is always positive, because let's say the viewer has no interest in outdoor gear, but they get to watch this little short film about a real story. They actually still get value from that. Even if they're not going to go to REI and buy something, they still enjoy the story. I think that's really powerful, because that person will now carry on that they'll tell other people that REI is a good brand, maybe subconsciously, because they enjoyed the narrative that they've put forward. I find that so fascinating.
What can video do you think, that other mediums cannot? We've got written, we've got photo, and they all have their places. But what does video have that those ones don't?
I think video doesn't actually have anything that those ones don't, but it is instead like a culmination of all three of those in one place, which gives you the benefit of like reaching all different types of attention spans, all different types of, we all learn in different ways. Some of us like to read, some of us like to listen, some of us like to do. I think video is the closest thing we currently have technologically that transcends all three of those and is a combination of all three. And I think that's the value in it. It's like you can show something, but people can also hear it, and you can have text on the screen, that sort of stuff. It just sort of like fulfills all absorption methods.
It's quite easily accessible to consume, I'd imagine too.
Exactly.
I know that's a fact, but it is easy. I can be anywhere.
For that very reason, I think. I mean, it's also like we just live in a video world where video's on everything. Every platform is video based. But I think the accessibility, and I'm sure you agree with me, comes from the fact that it can be digested by just about any type of absorption.
I think based on that, right, if businesses are asking themselves the question, should I create video content off the back of everything that we've discussed today, what would you tell them?
If you're a business and you want to be heard, video's the best way to do that.
Yep, love it.
Straight up.
Paired with a distribution strategy.
You need to understand distribution. I mean, if you get lucky and go viral, great, but don't bank on that. Bank on getting the distribution right and using distribution to inform the kind of media you make.
Hey Xander, thank you so much for being on the show, mate. This guy is an absolute genius in the video space, and he obviously is doing a lot of work for the Smarter Hustle, and he's done a lot of work with our clients. So thank you so much, brother. I really
Thanks for having me.
appreciate it.
Peace out.
Great.